agricultural sector. And now to give us, from the expert view of this agriculture, agribusiness, the opportunities, food security, the challenges, and how to take advantage of the green land. Nigeria is a land full of green, and when we say green, it's very lushy. You can plant anything, even right in front of your house, and you just become a farmer just like that. Now to give us an expert opinion on this business, agriculture in Nigeria, we have Mr. Shayi in the studio. I feel like you're dressed like a DJ rather than an agric person.
Like a farmer.
Okay, this goes with me to the farm.
All the time. Amazing.
Every time.
Good to have you here with us. Thank you for coming.
Very much. Thank you.
I said agriculture. I learned growing how to plant beans, dicotyledon, and the rest of things. I learned in school right there. Yeah, but really, let's talk about agriculture in Nigeria.
All right, thank you. Agriculture in Nigeria is a sector. It is a sector, and you know what it is when we were taught about sectors, segments, as it were, in elementary science. You have a circle and you have a chunk of it. Okay. That's what a sector is. Okay. So Nigeria as a whole, agriculture is a sector of it that contributes immensely to national growth and development. So as a sector, you have agriculture. Then in practice, it is a business. It is a business, it is a vocation, it is a profession. It is something that we do in Nigeria. It is largely or mostly always interchangeably used with farming. Okay. But agriculture is beyond farming. It is bigger than farming. It is, it creates a room for pretty much every specialty. It supports pretty much every other sector of the economy. Okay. So beyond the elementary definition that agriculture is the art of cultivation of crops and livestock, it is way bigger than that. It is way bigger.
Okay, thank you, Shay. I know that one of the major challenges we have with agriculture is storage. And over time, I've heard a lot of farmers complain about storage and how to keep the crops fresh and healthy in times where, they have seasons. So how have you been able to manage that, the storage of managing these crops?
Okay, well, as we're talking agriculture in Nigeria, so as a country, we pretty much haven't done well in that regard. And just the way Nigeria is, all of those challenges, as it were, are opportunities, really, in a sense. And it speaks to what the sector offers, a lot of opportunities. Regarding storage, regarding making food and fiber available when it is needed, that is in and out of season, and how it is needed, how it can be used. It is still a great big challenge. Yeah. It is because of our infrastructural problems largely. Okay. Then also in there you have a problem with governance leadership as far as policies that will encourage this development is concerned. We have a lot of good policies, sometimes wrongly timed, sometimes not holistically thought of. And you just find government being, cabinet or tenures being disconnected from previous, and this one comes in and throws in a policy that makes nonsense of
the previous
policies. And so those issues are, why we're where we are
why
today.
we are where we are today. But before, I just want to ask, you talked about agriculture not being the elementary definition of cultivation of both crops and livestock.
Yeah.
Agriculture over time has evolved. I'm going to say over time because I know that Nigeria became a state in 1960.
Okay.
We got our independence. So now let's look at the evolution of agriculture. Before we talk about, now we see a lot of mechanization in agriculture. Farmers no longer need to, because you always know farmers, with the whole, with a lot of things they leave on the farm. A lot of things. Let's talk about how agriculture has actually evolved to where we are now. Because before you talk about now, things have happened. We're coming from somewhere. What was it like? Is it better before now or today in agriculture?
Okay, in Nigeria, in Nigeria, there is still mileage to cover, and in Africa as a whole, really. Not to say that we have not evolved, not to say that we have not moved with the trend, but let's put it this way. Globally, the West, for example, have had agricultural revolutions, industrial revolutions that has affected the agricultural sector and got it to higher levels of efficiencies that we are still dreaming of, we can only dream of. In the West, those revolutions and all of those industrializations has gotten them to some kind of peak at what they can do. Like 80% for some countries, 90% for some countries that, hey, what else do we need to do with this sector? You can say that for so many places around the globe. But in Africa, we've not done 30% of what we can do.
Wow.
Even though, it looks like things have improved a bit, but the truth is we've not done up to 30% of what we can actually do, meaning the potential for those change, that revolution, as it were, is there, is largely in Africa. And those are part of the reasons why Africa has kind of like now become like the one that everyone is looking to sustain and contribute to global food security in the future, because there is the predictions of population increase. It is going to happen. In fact, it has been said that as we speak, we have in place all that we require as a country in Nigeria to become, is it 400 or 400 million by 2050?
Wow.
Just the way we are right now, we are set. Everything that we require to become 400 million is there. We don't have to do anything extra. So it's like 400 million in 2050 is a given. It's done. Just as you're looking at me like this. It's done.
Wow.
So we need to also shore up food production, as it were.
Yeah.
We need to be secured in terms of being able to
So,
feed ourselves.
Yes, because like you said, for us, we have the potential, we have everything. And some persons say that agriculture is like the next black gold.
Thank
that
you. That's the word.
What do you think, how can we as a country really scale up in the production of this, in production in itself, to really secure all of these things, our potentials in agriculture? Because we know that the world needs it. Because we have seen at different times, like the cocoa industry, all of these different subsectors in the different things, that how can we really measure up to that potential? Because we need it, not just for ourselves, but for as individuals, as every region in Nigeria, and as a whole. What can we do to really get to pep up to that place?
Scale it up.
To really get to that point where it is very, very good for everybody.
With your predictions too.
Okay, we identified from your question that the challenges that we are having
Yes.
for not having
Storage, yes.
Storage.
Yes,
Proper storage, yes.
brought about solution in storage.
Okay.
Yes.
The challenge is government, governing policies to create that enabling environment. We have defined agriculture as a sector.
Yeah.
Then in that sector, there is agribusiness.
Yes.
Now, the agricultural sector largely can be, you can break it down into the input subsector, the production subsector, then the output subsector. Input subsector deals with everyone that will contribute inputs. The minute, you see, out of those three, the largest and the most important for me is the production subsector.
True.
Because why? The minute you make that decision to produce, you activate the other two.
Wow.
You cannot sell input if no one is producing.
Yeah.
You cannot have output. You're not processing or marketing anything
If there's
if
no
there is no
production.
produce.
Yes.
So the minute you make a decision to go into production, you activate the other two.